Hey everyone, I'm Laura and welcome to my channel. For those of you who have been here for a while, thank you so much. I appreciate and adore every one of you, and to everyone who is new here, welcome. I'm Laura. I read a whole bunch of a little bit of everything. I have to make this quick today. I am almost running late for work. It's 12:31. Yeah, I should be getting in my car right now. Instead, my hair is sopping wet and I'm doing this, so priorities. I was going to wait until I got home from work this afternoon to film my Friday reads, thinking I would catch the last of the daylight. But since it is 12:30 and it's extremely gray and chilly, I think it's maybe like mid-40s outside. What is that in Celsius? I'm going to say 7. It's a little chillier and there's no daylight. So this is as good as it's going to get. So let me just crack on right away. Okay, so Song of the Week this week. I don't know why this has been in my head, but it has been. This is Have I the Right by the Honeycombs. It's from the 60s. It's not a subtle bass line. I don't know. It gets stuck in my head. So there you go. Enjoy the Honeycombs, Have I the Right. And if you don't know this song, you should click through the link. If you listen to the first couple of bars, you probably do know what this song is. You just don't know who or what the title is or whatever. So there we go. On to the books. So, okay, so this past Sunday, we finished up with the Golden Girls Murder Mystery Readathon. This is hosted by the wonderful Rachel Fryman. She had a couple of live shows, and then Sunday was the last live show with trivia, which was really fun, and a reveal of who the killer was, what they used to murder someone with, and where they did it. So here's my little sheet that I printed off. So the stuff that has these little things on are the categories I did not get. Everything else I got. So it ended up that Rose was the murderer. I didn't have Rose. The crime scene was Blanche's bedroom, which I did have, and the murder weapon was a silk robe, which I also had. So this was just a ton of fun. I had a great time doing this. She said she's going to be doing a Galentine's one in February, and I'm really excited for that one too. So that was this weekend. Also this weekend was Dewies Readathon. This is my, I'm going to guess, 20th time doing Dewies, probably more than that. And I was kind of bummed, if I'm honest, about the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. I know that Andy and I forget the other former host, they were hosting for a long, long time. I followed them before they hosted Dewies, so I knew who they were and I could, keep track of them better, and I think they did a great job. And no hate, no shade to whoever the new people are. I don't know them, but it just seemed a little different, and it seemed, and maybe I'm not on the right platforms, which is probably the case too, but it seemed to be really quiet. Like nothing was happening on Instagram much, officially, that is. I mean, people were posting, of course, because people were participating, but that seemed different. There wasn't a host on Litzy that I saw, and I was mostly on Litzy during the day, like actively there during the day. I don't know, it was just different. So I'm sure I'll do it again because I have FOMO, and it's been over a decade that I've been doing it, so why wouldn't I do it? But I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I actually have my numbers here. So despite my planned and unplanned naps and all the construction noise around my house, I read for 10 hours and 12 minutes, and I read 1,156 pages, which is not terrible. And a lot of those pages are thanks to Illuminae, because it's such a big chunkster. So what I read for Dewies, in case you did not watch my vlog, which I know is a little bit long, I read Beard in Mind by Penny Reid. This was the 4th in the Winston Brothers series. That was cute. 3 stars, just fine. I read the 2nd volume of Spectacle by Megan Rose. Is it Gedrich? Gedrich, something with a G-E-D. Sorry. That was good. That's a circus paranormal murder mystery comic. I read Passing for Human, which was a graphic novel by Liana Finck. That was about both her parents and herself, and how I feel like they're not quite human sometimes, and about creativity and about shadow cells and about listening to your gut, and it was unusual, very unusual. I liked it. I should say I give Spectacle 2 4 stars. I gave Passing for Human 4 stars, but I don't think it's for everybody, if that makes sense. Then I finished up The Case of the Missing Marquess by Nancy Springer. This is the first in the Enola Holmes mystery series, and I liked it just fine. I wasn't super enthused. I preferred the movie better, and not just because my fake boyfriend is in it. But I don't know. It was different. There were some plots that were in the movie that were not here, like even as a hint anywhere. So I'm going to start the second one pretty soon. Actually, here it is. I'll start this one pretty soon. So this one was fine, 3 stars. And then of course there is Illuminae. I know this is really popular on BookTube. I liked this a lot. This was perfect readathon reading because it goes quickly, and because of the format and because it's emails and reports and crew logs, and there are illustrations and stuff. As you go, it gets more and more. I had to turn the book a few times to read what was happening. It kept me awake in the wee hours of the morning, and I really enjoyed it. So I'll be starting the second, and that, what is that, Gemina? Whatever that one is, equally chunky. That's what I read. For the rest of the week, I just read pages and everything, but I didn't actually finish anything. One thing I did get a start on, and I am really loving, is The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. This is the start to the Bridgerton series. And I was waiting to start this until I knew a release date for the Netflix series that Shonda Rhimes is doing. It's December 25th. So I thought, okay, I'll start this. I'll see what it's like. That's what I read in one sitting. It's 138 pages. I love the Bridgertons. I know it's early days, extremely early days in an 8-book series, plus like supplemental stuff and short stories and whatever. I really love it. I think they're all... the Bridgerton family, all the kids are their own people, but they're more positive characteristics than bad, and they're all individuals, and they all seem to support each other, and without it being cloy or cheesy. I'm really digging this book, so yay to this. And then I'll be starting this tonight and hopefully finishing on Halloween. But this is 8 Ghosts. It's a collection of 8 new ghost stories by contemporary authors. This is put out by the English Heritage, excuse me. Nice little inside papers. I took the flap off because I don't read with the flap on. But the authors in here are Sarah Perry, the one who wrote Essex Serpent, Andrew Michael Hurley, Mark Haddon, Camila Shamsi, Stuart Evers, Kate Clancy, Jeanette Winterson, Max Porter, and then there's an afterword with something by Andrew Martin, and then, you know, little bits and bobs at the end. But I got this 2017, so a couple years ago, and I've never read it, and this is the perfect time to read. So I'll be starting and finishing 8 Ghosts in the next couple of days. I'll also be finishing up Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. I am still doing pretty much at my own pace. Excuse me. The Dostoevsky readathon. Oh, it's been a lot. The last finale live show is tomorrow, which is Halloween at 1 p.m. Central Time. So I'm looking forward to participating in that, but I have to finish the book first. So how am I doing on time? 8:44. Okay, I have a very small book haul. I forgot that I ordered these books. Story of my life. These are all from Book Depository. 3 of them, actually all of them, were because I either one of those editions or they were only published in the UK. So first up, by Ali McNamara, From Notting Hill with Love Actually. This was her first book. This is the first in the trilogy. And I could have sworn on a stack of brand new books that I already had a copy of this. I can't find it anywhere. Now, it's extremely possible that it is in a pile somewhere and I'm just not seeing it because I'm looking for it. Do you know what I mean? But I have the third one. I had the first and second, and then I got the third, and then I now can only find the third and not the first and second. So here's the first. I'm sure tomorrow or the next day I will find my original copy of this, but I have this so I can read it. Nothing wrong with some chick lit. I don't think that's a derogatory term if you are a fan of it. Then this was out, I think, last year or 2 Christmases ago, and I kept seeing people on BookTube and Instagram talk about it. It just looks really cute. And that's the Christmasaurus by Tim Fletcher with sprayed edges. What a bonus. I think this little kid, I believe he's in a wheelchair, and he asks Santa for a dinosaur, I think. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. And then he gets it, and then this is lovely Christmasaurus. It just seems like a lot of fun. And I'm trying to really read holiday books in December this year, which is something I've never done before. So, fun. And then for Virago, I'm slowly starting to get some Virago books. This is Elizabeth Taylor's In a Summer Season. Love the cover. So this woman named Kate marries a handsome man who is 10 years younger than her. And when her old friend Charles visits with his beautiful daughters, Kate watches happily as their two families are drawn together. But although she finds Charles's presence reassuringly familiar, slowly she becomes aware of subtle undercurrents that begin to disturb the calm surface of their friendship. Before long, even Kate cannot ignore the gathering storm. I just like fiction like this, and I don't let myself read it. I don't know why I'm like this, but I am. So, this one here. I have another by Elizabeth Taylor. The Wedding Group. I got at a library sale. So, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to a work. I think I'm going to really like it. So, we shall see. And then the last one, which I had to, this was what spurred the order. This is what I had to order because I have the rest of them in UK copies too. And that's Summer by Ali Smith. I have not read any of these in the seasonal quartet. I expected myself to read them in the year they were published. I mean, insert laugh track here. So I'm glad I have this. It matches everything except for some reason, you can just see them over here. My copy of Winter came in paperback, so it's a little bit bigger. That's really annoying, but I don't want to reorder a book that I already own just so they match. I mean, I want to, don't get me wrong. Oh, I want to. The nerd part of me wants them all to match, but I can't rationalize that in my head. So the last copy of this. And I was just watching some of Sarah over at Hardcover Hearts this morning when I should have been, you know, getting ready or doing things. I was watching BookTube. Hashtag relatable. And she mentioned that she's going to be hosting a read-along for the seasonal quartet. So I think I might join in there, and maybe that will get me to actually read them in time. So, okay, that's it for me. I hope I didn't talk too quickly. 12:36. Okay, that's much better for Friday reads, regardless of how much I talked. I need to get cracking and get to work and set up for my clients since it's chilly. And for some reason, the heating pad on my table doesn't really heat up like it should. It's newer. It just, I think, is sort of crap. So, yeah, I gotta get that going, and the hot towel is going too. So I better stop talking. I have not caught up yet on comments from the last week. I apologize. I've been trying to catch up with watching more BookTube and feeling like I'm failing everywhere. But I don't think anyone ever really feels like they're caught up on BookTube. So, you know. Okay, I hope you're all doing well, reading something fantastic. My mom is doing okay, by the way. Thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers, sending energy her way. She's slowly getting better every day. It's clearly going in that direction, so that's a nice change. Yeah, okay. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, maintain social distancing, wear your mask, and read something fabulous. I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.